Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to the first Rebuild Club in my rebuilding series on FM21. This series is carried over from 19 into 20 and now into 21, and I'm here with Derby County, a team I've wanted to do for a while. But 2 years ago, I didn't think they needed a rebuild because they were in the playoff final. Last year, I think they flirted with the playoffs. This year, they fell off a cliff. They've sacked the manager. Rooney's at the moment in temporary charge, even though things are going to be looking promising. They're getting this billionaire owner apparently. They're talking about John Terry coming in as a manager. Right now, in real life, the bottom of the championship, and it's pretty tragic, but they're a massive club with a rich history, and I've promised my friend Joe Page ages ago that I would do this for him at some point. And like last year I promised him, and then I did Nottingham Forest first, which he wasn't that happy about. So sorry, Joe. Well, this year I'm making up for it, mate. We're doing Derby County first, and I can't wait because they might be shit in real life, but I think in the game they've got some quality players, some good young players as well, exciting young players, and they've got Wayne Rooney, and I love a bit of Wayne Rooney on Football Manager, even when he's old as shit. I think he's really good. So I was looking forward to this, and then I turned it on and realised, it might be a bit of a challenge. Anyway, thank you for watching. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoy it. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. If you want to become a patron and really help my channel, you'll find a link to that and everything else, graphics, etc., down below in the description. Right, let's get into it. So here we are with Derby County in the championship. Great kit. I love a team that plays in white, and I love having a pink kit option. Love it. I also love the fact I got Wayne Rooney. As a Manchester United fan, I think he's one of our greatest players. He deserves a statue one day for what he's achieved. Massive underrated in his day. Probably peaks a bit early. He was dipped recently, but I think he's a good player, and I've had him when he does 2 years at Derby, and I had him at Palermo last year, and I had him somewhere else. He always just comes in, gives me a season and does a good job. So I've got him a bit early now, and I think he's a great captain. He's going to be great for the squad. I just feel like they're on the slide, and can I stop that slide? Now financially, I had no money. I had nothing in the wages for wiggle room, even though we've got 35 million in the bank, which is very frustrating. And there's a reason we've got a lot of money in the bank. Now these are the transfers that have happened in game. If you start the game and you play, you'll get them too. And the fact they've sold, I think, the two fullbacks, they sold to Sheffield United and got 10 million, so that's helped the finances. But it's not helped the squad, because they didn't actually have an actual out-and-out proper right back. And even though they're not doing very well in real life, they're like predicted to be 11th with the squad they've got. And I always say this, the computer probably looks at the players you've got and evaluates it and does some mathematical algorithm thingy-bob and decides where you are. So 11th, anything less than that, obviously I'll be a failure. I don't think we're going to be bottom of the league like in real life. But I had a lot of work to do, but no money. So I had to really think about what I was going to do. This is my staff. I can bring you some performance analysts. I can bring you some recruitment analysts, get a couple of scouts in, and just try and do the best I could. I didn't want to sack them all and try and start from scratch because I didn't think I had the money. I didn't want to waste money paying off contracts. So I was going to keep what I had and just try and add to it. When it comes to performance analysts, with something like this, it's a new job, isn't it? A new role. I'm not that bothered about them being performance analysts. I'm going to look for performance analysts who are also decent coaches to try and up our coaching. And I do that sometimes with my medical team. I'll get sports scientists in who are also good physios and so on and so on. So I had a little bit of work to do with this, and I needed an assistant. Let's check the general page, and there are a million icons, a million legends. It's always weird, I think. Brian Clough is a legend because he did so well with them and the rivals, didn't he? With Forest as well, so that's insane, really. Because our fiercest rivals are Forest and apparently Leeds. I didn't know that. That's a historic rivalry. I didn't know that. I learn something new every day. But Burton, Leicester, Chesterfield and Notts County, all quite local teams. So there's a lot of history in this club, and you can see that by the fact they've won 2 top flight leagues. They've got an FA Cup in the old cabinet. So am I thinking about winning trophies? No, I'm thinking about trying to get to the playoffs, trying to get this team into the Premier League. And it's a rebuild. This could go on for 3, 4, 5 seasons if I'm enjoying it, if you're enjoying it. I can't wait to get started. Now we'll go through the squad later. This is the starting squad, but you can see there's a lot of talent here and a lot of youth, a lot of good young players. So what I was going to do is I'm going to try and do a bit of business. I'm going to get any good youngsters that are in the under-23s into the first team, sort out my training, sort out my mentoring, and see what we could do. So let the work begin. So I looked at the squad, and one person I thought maybe past his best, he's 35 years old, was Curtis Davies. He had loads of interest. I didn't initially put him up for sale. Loads of teams kept coming in for him, and he was on 25 grand a week, and I thought, 25 grand? If I can free that up, that's my only option really. He's the only player I really wanted to get rid of. Get rid of that and use that 25 grand for loans, because that's the only avenue I could go down with no transfer funds. And I brought in 4 loan signings. Adam Ida from Norwich. He never got a chance on FM20. He's a cracking little goal scorer. He will bag goals for fun. Norwich are in our division, which, it'll be shit when we play against him, but he just never gets a chance for him, never scores for him. Always scores for me. We loaned a central midfielder, Mr. Callum Slattery, another good young English player with a lot of potential ability. He's come from Southampton. We've got a winger, and a winger who can cover both wings, which is always handy in my tactic. Josh Bowler, another young Englishman. Decent potential, coming from a fantastic club in Everton. And then last but not least, like I said, I was lacking an out-and-out right-back. We've got guys who can play there, but wanting an actual right-back. I try to get 2. Wasn't going to happen. Anyway, we've got Kanye. Is it Kanye or Kane? Kane, innit? Not Kanye West. Kane Ramsey. He's come from Southampton. They have a great academy, so I think he's a decent little right-back. I'm using the same tactic I've been using in FM21. It's mine. I like it. I'm not that fancy. I don't want to play all different formations. I'm not a 3 at the back, wing back kind of guy with stupid roles all over the place. I'm a big fan of this role. It's like how United play in real life most of the time. And I'm interested to see how well it can do at this level with this team, because it's done fantastic in the United series. It's done really well in the West Brom series. So can it turn the fortunes of Derby around? I like how it plays. Most squads fit it, which is always handy. And I need that really, because I can't make loads of changes. Now I brought in another 2 players on loan. Nearly forgot about him. Ben Johnson, so I did have 2 right backs. He's on loan from West Ham, 20 years old. He's got loads of potential, so I was happy with this as well. And another centre half, who is obviously a real player, not got a face. I might fix that. I think it's fantastic. He can cover right through the middle as well. So yeah, I mean, I can't show you every player. It does take forever. I've got to cram a season into this first episode. But there's no reason why we can't be mid-table or better. Let's have a quick look at the squad depth. I'm not going to show you every player because it takes forever. But my number 1 goalkeeper is going to be Marshall. It is a bit weird. We've got a decent old man goalkeeper as well, who's at loan at City again. But that is what it is. So he's going to be my starting goalkeeper. He ain't too bad. At left back, we've got Buchanan, who again is 19 and tidy. Look at his potential. Obviously at right back, we've got the guy I've brought in from West Ham. Centre half, we've got Clark, who I've brought in on loan from Brighton, who I think's decent. We've got Wisdom. Not bad. He's not bad, 27. So we've got a bit of depth there. It's not too bad. But then you go forward. Wayne Rooney's the best player in every position. He's a legend. I'm probably going to play Wayne here, though, if I'm honest. So obviously Adam Ida is going to be my front man, because he's awesome. In the middle, though, got loads of good young players. I'm going to show you them, actually, properly. On the wings, got Waghorn, who's not bad. He's 30. Got a few Polish lads here, haven't we? He's not bad, can cover on both wings. We've got Tom Lawrence, who's 26. I didn't think he was that old. But let's have a look at some of the good young players I really like. I'm going to go through them quickly, but these are just high potential, good young lads. Who I'm hoping can have good seasons. So we've got Jason Knight, central midfielder. 19-year-old Max Bird, who I think's got loads of ability already. Can cover in both central roles. Tidy little player, 19. We've got Bobby Duncan, who's got decent potential. He's only 19, striker. He should get a good few games. Young Louis Sibley, again 18, plays in the centre. Again, loads of potential. Looks decent, left-footed, which I really like. We had pre-season. It was toughish. I thought we'd do better. But we didn't win any games, so I was like, uh-oh. And at this point, also, we'd started our Carabao Cup campaign, scraping our way through with the B team. Against Burton on penalties. So we don't know we're getting in the next round of the Carabao Cup, but they'd like me to get to the 3rd round, like me to get to the 4th round of the FA Cup and avoid a relegation battle. So the expectations are massively small here. Crazy, man. This is Derby County. Now, I always start roughly around what level I should be at. I don't think you should be a Sunday League manager in the Premier League because it's just not realistic. Players don't listen to you. It's an absolute joke. So I always maybe start a bit back. So I didn't have my pro license for this, but they've basically let me do it straight away, which ain't a bad thing. But I'm happy with that. And like I said, I tried my best to improve the staff, and I've done that. And I mean, look how good that coaching team is now. And it's mainly performance analysts that have done that. And my new assistant. I struggled getting a few, and then I come across this guy, and I was pretty happy with it, to be fair. He likes playing the same formation as me. He is 66 years old, but I think he looks 10 years younger than that. It's Alex Gibson, used to be an under-18 coach at Man City. Looks like he's been out of work for 10 years, which is insane, because he's pretty good. Man management 15, judging ability and potential 15. Decent coach as well. I've promoted loads of good youngsters, so we've got a massive first team, but a lot of them are set to play for the U team, and then I've just done all the mentoring, so hopefully we can grow together. So anyone, Harrison, Solomon, Kane, Ramsey and Ben Johnson are going to be learning off Wayne Rooney. Lucky bastards. We're now overspending on wages, still got no money to spend, but we've got 36 million in the bank. So this club's in a decent spot. We just need to get it into the Premier League. Although with the signings I've made, we've gone up to 8th from 11th in the bookies' eyes, so that's not too bad, is it? I'm pretty happy with that. But the top 3 teams are the teams that have come down, so they've got a lot of Premier League talent. I mean, Norwich have given me one of their rejects up top, and he's going to be my main striker. So yeah, you never know, but I love this game. Believe in me tactic. I've got some good staff. I was ready to roll. And by the 1st of January, we found ourselves in 2nd. But wow, this is fun. This is such a competitive league. Obviously, we're doing way better than I thought. Lost 3, drawn 8, won 11. We'll have a look at the results in a minute. But look at who's the top goal scorer. Whoever seems to play at the front of my tactics seems to do well. If you've seen my West Brom series, it's more of a... I do 3 episodes a season with that. I've got a player there called Grant, who was in my first season, even though we finished 13th, he won the Golden Boot in the Premier League and the European Golden Shoe, playing for me in a West Brom team that I made. The only players I signed were Jack Wilshere and Daniel Sturridge, for frick's sake. So that's crazy. So yeah, I knew he'd do well. He's a great little goal scorer. Why Norwich don't play him, I don't know. Defensively, we could be better. We're currently the 6th best team, but it's not that bad. We do all right. Going forward, we're about the same with 5th. So, you know, we probably... Some teams are better at one or the other. We seem to be about the same, so it's not a bad place to be. We're sitting in 2nd, for God's sake. So these are all the games we've played so far. Here's roughly the halfway point, in it, the 1st of Jan. And you know, we did really well at the beginning, winning some, drawing some, close games, good games. And then we had Derby Day on the telly and got embarrassed by Forest. Yeah, is what it is. We got absolutely battered off QPR, which was unexpected. So with the Millwall game, that was unexpected. It's the games like against Brentford, Watford we beat, Norwich we drew with. You know, teams that have come down. Bournemouth we drew with, but Brentford are a good team. I mean, Swansea, good team. We beat Stoke. So yeah, we're absolutely battered. Preston. So I mean, that is a good run of form. We're a good team and they're playing fantastic. Quick look at the squad arranged by average rating for you. And yeah, my left back's good. Adam Ida is a little beast. Owen, the centre half, he's done really well. A lot of the guys, we're lucky I managed to get rid of that Curtis guy. 25 grand a week's a lot, man. And just getting rid of him, that one player, let me sign so many players on loan. Was it 6 players I've brought in? All good young, majority English players, and they're getting a good chance. And then there's players like Max Bird, who's a fantastic little player. Wayne Rooney is down there, but Wayne Rooney just does a job. And he does a job that I like, especially in my kind of tactics. It's even when you watch 3D, you can see he's got a bit of class still, and some of his passing I really enjoy. So he's still a massive part of the team. And yeah, the squad looks huge, I know, but there's a lot of kids in this team, as you can see down here, who are just here to learn. Because this is a rebuild series, I want to pump in a few good seasons on this. So I want to develop my own players, see what we can do, and maybe get in the Premier League at the first time of asking. Now, we have got the FA Cup, of course. We've got Newcastle, though. I'm not going to care too much about this. I wasn't going to care too much about this. I'll be honest with you. It's all about that now. Doing that well in the league, it's all about focus. It's the Premier League, Premier League, Premier League. It's got to be. Although we did give it a good try. I didn't want to go out and get battered. So 3-2 against a Premier League team ain't too bad. And we had a good amount of chances. Same amount of pass completion. We had more of the actual ball. And we went 2-0 down, to be fair. 2 quick goals from Ida. I mean, I like that kid. If I can sign him, I will, because he just scores. So we're out of the FA Cup, we're out of the Carabao Cup, and by the beginning of April, with the main running going towards the end of the season. We were down in 4th, so it's tight. I mean, Bournemouth are looking like they're going to be champions. I can't see them not being champions. But you've got Brentford on 68, Birmingham on 66, we're on 65 with QPR and Forest only 3 points ahead of Norwich and Swansea. This is as tight as a nun's. Innit? It is, innit? Ida's no longer the leading goal scorer, but he's still an absolute little beast. It was the pressure. I played this last night and I was feeling the pressure, but I was so excited because I'm not in work today, the day of filming it. So, you know, when you can stay up late and get stuck right into a Football Manager save. Oh, tingles, man. Tingles. Well, what happened was, after a bit of a dodgy run, which I'll show you all in one go in a minute, we went into the rest of the season and we didn't lose a game. We didn't win every game, but we didn't lose a game, and it was a fantastic show of character from my boys, starting with a 3-0 battering of Luton. We then beat Reading 4-1 and then beat Norwich, who were really battling to try and get into the playoffs without our star man because he's theirs. 4-0. A draw against Blackburn and a win against Preston was followed up by this, a 4-2 game against Birmingham City. If the Salmon FM, my good friend, is watching, he's a Birmingham fan. Or the FM Lima, he's a Birmingham fan. I'm sorry, boys. But yeah, we beat you 4-2. The second to last game, though, we drew 0-0. One game left to play. Because we were yet still in second, we guaranteed playoff spot on 82 points, level with freaking Brentford. This is like nail biting. Norwich on 81. I mean, I think we're kind of safe from the Forest and the Birminghams. I'd like both of them to get in the... I'd like it to stay like that, actually. That'd be quite cool. They all get in the playoffs. So we've got a game. We're going to have a cheeky little live com, like I always do, if there's an important game at the end of a rebuild. We're playing Sheffield Wednesday, who are in the relegation zone and fighting for survival. They had minus points, remember. 6 point deducted at the start of the season. They need to win. They're going to be coming at us. Brentford, on the other hand, at Bristol City, have got naught to play for. Welcome to the team sheets. I'm about to put the best team I can. It's not my best team. We've got a couple of injuries, a couple of fitness issues. It is the end of a long, hard season in the Championship, but I still think it's a team that can win today. So here we go. Come on, the Rams against, what's he called? Sheffield Wednesday's gaffer. Nigel Pearson. They're grumpy and serious. Oh, here we go. Holmes, can we... Oh, look at that. Nice little bit of a touch. Cross it in? No. So if you are new to my channel and you've come here cause of Derby, thank you very much for checking it out. Hopefully you will subscribe and stick with this series, the rebuild with Derby. Each episode, new season. We'll see how it goes. But go and check out my other content. I've done a series with United. I've done a series with West Brom that is actually active at this moment in time. Look at this! Pressure from us. Rooney finds Johnson. Come on, man. Come on. Love the bit of football there, Buchanan. Look at Rooney. Just sits there, pinging it about, controlling the game. Oh, here you go. He's a beast. I think any striker in my tactics, a beast, but he's a good player. Where they come? Sheffield Wednesday. They've got fight in them. Have they got fight in them? Not getting past old man Marshall. Here's Wayne on the halfway point, pinging it. Even looks like Wayne Rooney when he passes it. He's found Holmes. But yeah, I like this team. I think Derby's got a lot of potential. It's crazy what's happened to him in real life. But the way we play is pretty good. All my teams seem to play the same. No one seems to struggle with it. Wayne Rooney! That's what he's all about, eh? He's not scored a lot this year, but when he does, it's a worldie. That was a thing of absolute beauty. Norwich are up to third. What were Brentford doing? We'll see, we'll see. I'm happy with this. Good start. I mean, I expect us to win. But when the pressure's on, you don't know, do you? I came up against Crystal Palace with West Brom. They were in a similar situation to Wednesday, fighting for their survival, and I was 2-0 up with West Brom. We were safe though, so we had nothing to play for, and I've got an injury. I think they've been warning me about that. And they beat me 5-2. Okay, brought on Youngo in, the loanee, but I'm excited. If we can win this, get in the Premier League, get Premier League money, we'll lose a lot of players, but we've got some good young players. Hopefully they can make a few little signings. Half time, and it's going to take a lot, I think, for us to blow this. If we do, I'll be fuming. Second half's underway. I don't know what's going on with Brentford. It pops up sometimes, doesn't it? But I've not been looking, to be honest. Also, if you're new to my channel, I do have a custom series coming out of a custom club. I've done it in the past. I did Manchester Central 1 year on FM18. I did Denton Villa on 19, and I did the Munchen Club in Germany last year on 20, which was really enjoyable. But this year, it's kind of local. It's got a story to it. I don't think anyone's going to do anything like it. So, we'll see. It should be fun. As fun as this, Wayne Rooney, man. I love him. I'm going to keep him. He's getting one last hurrah in the Premier League, man. 20 minutes to go. Time for a sub. I've made 2 changes. We brought on 2 kids. They've not took effect yet. They want me to take Rooney off, but it's too good. I'm not taking Wayne off. Hit it, Wayne. Brentford are winning 2-0. I think Norwich are winning as well. They went 1-1, then it went 2-1. It's going to be interesting, but none of that really matters. We're winning. That's all we have to do. Right, into injury time. I just told them to focus. Brentford are destroying Bristol City, but it's not enough, boys. You've left it too late. I think that's enough. Got to be enough, hasn't it? Wayne Rooney, best performer. Never give up on the Ronaldo. So there you go. We're in the Premier League. Finished second. Not far off Bournemouth, to be fair. Pretty fantastic season. We lost we only lost 7-0, still 11. Just drew way too many. Level on points with Brentford, only a point ahead of Norwich. Brentford really went for it though then, didn't they? Try and sort out the goal difference, but it wasn't enough. Bristol City must pull one back near the death. 2-0 against Sheffield Wednesday. We have sent them down. Sorry, Wednesday fans. But finish the season with the leading goal scorer. I think we need to try and purchase that kid. He works in his tactic. He won't score 29 in the Prem, but he can learn and grow. Hey, happy first season, rebuilding Derby County. So yeah, I think we've got a good team. Don't know, well, if I kept this team together to do in the Premier League, like I said, there's a lot of loan players that'll go. I might try and get some back, but obviously going into the Premier League, there's going to become other ones available. I might try and sign Adam Ida. I've given out new deals to a few of the lads throughout the course of the season. Ones who I believe I want to keep, especially the younger ones. And there's a lot of deadwood I'm probably going to get rid of. Some of the older boys, apart from Rooney. I can't wait to play in the summer and bring you Season 2, Episode 2 of Rebuilding Derby County. And if you're wondering whose place we're taking in the Premier League, it's Aston Villa, West Ham and Crystal Palace. Why are Leicester in 17th? Insane. It's insane this game. Anything can happen. Everton got relegated on my West Brom one. Tottenham were appalling on both my first 2. Ooh, that's lovely to see, innit? Especially as a Man United fan. It warms the heart, even though it's only the Carabao Cup. Come on, United. That's even better. Manchester United won the FA Cup on penalties against the mighty Everton. I do like Everton. Looks like United should have absolutely battered them. Maybe they were a bit lucky. Good little team, that though. You can do wonders on here with United. Unlike real life. And they've given me 33 million to spend. So, you know, I'm going to have to do a bargain or two. Probably look at players who are transfer listed and hopefully get a few clever loans, hopefully from abroad as well. I've activated a few more leagues to hopefully give me some more options around Europe for this new season. And I can't wait. Seriously, hopefully you can't wait as well. So that is it. That is the end of the first season, episode 1 of Rebuilding Derby County. Fans of the Rebuild series, I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you let me know in the comments what you think. What you think about this season, what you think about the coming season. I really appreciate you sitting here with me, taking the time to watch it, view, subscribe and comment. Even me patrons. You guys are all legends together. I love you all. Thank you. As always, I'm Bood. I will see you for Season 2, Episode 2. You better be there. Hope you're well and safe. Bye-bye.